We're going to simplify this thing, and first thing to note is they have a radical. So I want to see if I can simplify the radical, and I can. First thing I note with the radical is that there's a negative under the radical. So I know that I can make that an imaginary number, and that's the first thing I'm going to do. So let's rewrite it. I have negative 12 plus the square root of negative 45. I'm going to rewrite that as the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 45. Okay, drop down the 24. And the reason I did that is because the square root of negative 1 is the imaginary unit, and I just rewrite it as I. So I have negative 12 plus I square root of 45 over 24. Now I'm going to see if I can reduce this radical even more. It's the square root of 45, and I don't know if I know the square root of 5 as one of my perfect squares. So I popped up my perfect squares here, and I'm looking for 45. 49 is too big. 36 doesn't work. 25 doesn't go into there. Neither does 16. 9 goes into 45 5 times. So this radical now, let's see, negative 12 plus I. The square root of 45, I'm going to rewrite as the square root of 9 times the square root of 5, all over 24. Okay, and why did I use 9 and 5 instead of like 3 and 15? Is because I know the square root of 9. I don't know the square root of 3. I don't know the square root of 15. I know the square root of 9 is 3. So now I have negative 12 plus I 3 square root of 5 over 24. Okay, and now it's possible I could be done right now. I just want to reformat my answer. But the other thing I'm going to note is that 12 and 3 and 24 have a common factor of 3. And there's two ways to go about that. The math people will probably factor out a 3 out of the two terms in the top and then reduce the 3 and the 24. I like to keep it simpler. I like to just split up my fraction. So let's take it up here, and I'm going to split up this fraction. So this is going to be negative 12 over 24 plus I 3 square root of 5 over 24. Okay, and now the reducing is a lot easier. I can see 12 over 24, that's 1/2. So I have negative 1/2 plus, I notice that 3 and 24 will reduce down to 1. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 24 8 times. So this will be I square root of 5 over 8. And now, when I leave my answer, I have to recognize that this is now a complex number. And when you leave your answer for a complex number, you want to leave it as A plus B I. Okay, you wouldn't want to leave it as one fraction. You're going to have a term here, and your I all the way down at the end. So the correct answer format for this is negative 1/2 plus square root of 5 over 8 I. Okay, and I can't do anything to reduce the square root of 5 over 8. Now you will see this again when you do the quadratic formula, right? A lot of times quadratic formula, you're going to end up having something that looks like this. It might say plus or minus, but you'll have to do the same steps to reduce. All right.